Daddy, can you come read me a story, please?
Sure.
Can you do a Minecraft YouTube mashup?
Yep. Shall we pick up right where we left off?
Yes.
All right. Once upon a time, there was a cat named Stampy Cat. And Stampy Cat sometimes hung out with a friend of his named DanTDM, also known as the Diamond Minecart. Both of them thought that their names were sort of strange, but they liked hanging out anyways. Well, one day, Stampy Cat came to visit DanTDM, and they went next door to Dr. Trayaurus' lab. Dan said that he went there every day after school to see what novel experiments Dr. Trayaurus was working on. They rang the doorbell, opened the door, and walked right into the laboratory. Dr. Trayaurus was there. "Hrrr," he said. Dan replied, "Wait, what? Really?" "Hrrr," said Dr. Trayaurus. Stampy Cat asked, What did he say? I still really can't understand him." Dan answered, "He says he's not doing any experiments today. It sounds like somebody might have stolen his ham sandwich." "What?" gasped Stampy. "That's just horrible. I know how much a good ham sandwich means to Dr. Trayaurus, but it could be worse. Let's look on the bright side. At least you're in good health. It's a beautiful day, and the sun is shining." "Purr," added Dr. Trayaurus. Dan looked at Stampy with wide eyes and said, "You might want to sit down for this one, Stampy. It's not just the ham sandwich. Someone also stole a whole cake." "Oh!" exclaimed Stampy Cat. "Now that is unacceptable. It's just outrageous to deprive someone of their cake. Who would do such a terrible thing? We must find the thief at once." While muttering to himself about how sad it was to lose a cake, Stampy started walking around the lab looking for clues. Dan and Trayaurus continued talking. "Purr. Really? Purr. What? Purr. You don't say." Stampy Cat suddenly yelled, "Aha! Dan, I think I found a clue." And indeed, there was some white frosting on the stones near one of the back doors to the laboratory. "There's some white frosting here, I think. Whoever took this might be the thief, and they took the cake this way," concluded Stampy. Dr. Trayaurus and Dan walked over to where Stampy was, and sure enough, there was white frosting by the door. Dr. Trayaurus put a lever next to the door, flipped it, and opened the door. As they walked through, Stampy said, "Look, there's white frosting right outside here on the bushes." And sure enough, there was frosting right outside on the bushes. Dan added, "Hey, look! There's the cake thief right now, hopping into a minecart and rolling away." They all looked over the bushes, and sure enough, there was the thief making his escape. "After them at once," said Dan, and Stampy and Trayaurus and Dan jumped over the shrubs and into the minecart, and nothing happened. "Oh," said Dan, "we need to power the rails somehow." Dr. Trayaurus leaned over the cart, put down a redstone torch next to the power rail, and vroom, they took off after the thief. Up and down, and left and right, and left and right, and up and down they went. Faster, 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 and then slowly up a hill until they came back down the other side, and then left and right, and up and down, and through a cavern, and over a hill, and under a hill, and through a mountain they went. They could see a minecart in the distance where the thief must still be with the stolen cake and ham sandwich. It was a wild ride, and then all of a sudden, they saw the thief's minecart stop. Somebody jumped out and ran to a little hut next to the track. The group of 3 detectives kept their minecart racing along the track until it crashed into the thief's minecart, and bloop, 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 they all tumbled out onto the ground. "Oh, my head," groaned Dan. Stampy looked at him. "You never are good with landings, are you, Dan? That's one reason it's good to be Mr. Stampy Cat. I always land on my feet," noted Stampy. "Purr," said Dr. Trayaurus. And they all stood up. Well, Dan stood up. The other 2 were already standing up because they had landed on their feet. and they ran towards the little hut that the thief had entered. As they got closer to the door, Dan asked, Stampy, do you think we could open the door and surprise them? Or should we go round back? Emphasized Trayaurus quietly so as not to alert the thief of their presence. Dan whispered, Trayaurus thinks we should just walk right in. It's our food anyway, it's his food anyway. Stampy cautioned, well, not much for confrontation, but maybe we could let Dr. Trayaurus go in first. Dan whispered back, that's a great plan. All right, I will open the door for you, Trayaurus. You rush in fast, and Stampy and I will be right behind you. Agreed Dr. Trayaurus, obviously very hungry and craving his ham sandwich. Dan flung open the door, and Dr. Trayaurus rushed into the little hut and... surprise! There was Dr. Trayaurus' cake with a whole bunch of candles on it. And there were streamers and fireworks going off. And there were chickens and bunnies and pigs and all sorts of animals there. And there was Squidy. He must have been the one who stole the ham sandwich and the cake because he still had some frosting on one of his tentacles. And there was Reid TDR and Daddy Droyd and Ethan Gamer and Captain Sparkles and Preston and Mitch or Bajan Canadian and Ashtub and Amy Lee and Lee Bear and Squishy Quack and Lizzie and Stacy and even more. They were all singing, Happy birthday, Dr. Trayaurus. And Dr. Trayaurus looked around and said, And everyone looked at Dan. What did he say? Asked Reid TDR. And Dan replied, Dr. Trayaurus said, give me back my ham sandwich. And they all laughed as Squid handed Dr. Trayaurus his ham sandwich. Quipped Dr. Trayaurus. Yes, replied Dan, it was quite the surprise party, wasn't it? You had no idea, did you? Mumbled Dr. Trayaurus as he bit into his sandwich. Turn us all into what? Laughed Dan. Well, despite that, we think you're pretty great, Dr. Trayaurus. The end. And that is the surprise thief. Tomorrow we'll do another story. Good night, Reid.
Good night, Daddy.
Sweet dreams.